The MCU has become renowned for a lot of things over the years, many of which have become a part of the larger cinema as a whole. One of the Marvel tropes that has really clung on to everything has been post-credit scenes, and it's understandable why. These little bite-sized scenes give audiences something to look forward to, and when you're wanting to try and make billions of dollars by making your own cinematic universe, you want to get your audience excited for what's coming next. Unfortunately, Marvel, who started this recent trend to begin with, have started just putting random shit at the end of their films and then never following up on it. Like, really consistently. Let's take a look. Just as a preface, when I complain about these scenes not getting followed up on, I'm not begging for a million more Marvel movies. I am not dying for an Eternals sequel. The problem is that many of these films do have sequels, but the studio seemingly forgets whatever they wanted to set up 5 years prior, and there's just a load of unsatisfying endings. Anyway, preface over, on with the video, which will contain copious amounts of flashing lights and fireworks. For most of the MCU's first decade, the studio managed to follow up on the stuff they were setting up. All was good in the world of cinematic universe post-credit scenes. The first one that never got any sort of follow-up was 2016's Doctor Strange. It's sort of bizarre looking back. Chiwetel Ejiofor's Mordo appears and states that there are too many sorcerers, and plans on going around and stealing their power or something. Pretty good, sets him up as a villainous role for a sequel. I mean, from the perspective of the average 2016 Marvel fan, this probably seems pretty normal. Mordo is in Doctor Strange 2, this all makes sense. Wait, but in Doctor Strange 2, that's an alternate reality Mordo. The too many sorcerers guy isn't here. Okay, whatever. A year after Doctor Strange, we've got Spider-Man Homecoming. This film is Matt Gargan, played by Michael Mando. Such a phenomenal actor, but he doesn't have much to do in the film itself. But the post-credit scene has him meeting Michael Keaton in prison. He makes reference to some guys on the outside, pretty clearly Sony trying to set up the Sinister Six, so I can't wait for the next movie where this happens. Oh wait, no, Spider-Man has to go to Europe. Okay, maybe in the next one. No, now we're doing multiverse shenanigans. Michael Mando might be returning in Brand New Day, but my interest has waned slightly over a decade. Hey, I'm sure Sony will never have another post-credit scene with Michael Keaton that goes nowhere. Okay, so 2 pointless post-credit scenes that lead to nothing. Not bad. I'm sure that Marvel will be able to keep this up into the next phase. Oh my god! What happened here? Half of the stuff Marvel released teased some sort of crazy character that means absolutely nothing. I would split these into 2 categories. What I'm going to call F-Park and everything else. F-Park, which stands for Famous Person as Random Character, is a recurring theme of a lot of these pointless post-credit scenes. From behind a shadow, a mega famous actor, or just celebrity, appears as a character you'll probably have never heard of. The first and probably the funniest example of this is in Eternals. Out of a portal pops this garden gnome looking guy, and then he introduces Star Fox. No, not the Nintendo game featuring a bunch of animals in space. Eros, the brother of Thanos, played by Harry Styles. Ooh, crazy. He says something about the rest of the Eternals, but unfortunately, we never got Eternals 2, a loss that I still mourn. Eternals kind of has another one of these post-credit scenes, with Kit Harington being teased as Black Knight. At least he was actually in the movie in the first place, unlike Mr. Styles. This one also teases Mahershala Ali as Blade, a movie that will probably never happen now. To be fair, these 2 are left untouched because everything in this film was untouched. Eternals is such a weird film because Marvel just completely abandoned anything to do with it. These guys are never coming back. The other 2 F-Parks are Brett Goldstein as Hercules in Thor Love and Thunder, and Charlize Theron's Clea in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's right, instead of building off of what they set up in the first film, the Doctor Strange sequel sets up a new character who will never come back. Who knows, but there doesn't seem to be a Thor 5 or Doctor Strange 3 coming anytime soon. Maybe any and all of these guys will appear in the next Avengers film, who even cares? Then there's the rest of the post-credit scenes. Moon Knight, Shang-Chi, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, all contain a scene that seems more likely than not to be going nowhere anytime soon. So why does it matter? Because when you make a film and then force the audience to stick around so that everyone ignores the film itself and are just hungry for the next thing, the least that you can do is follow on from what you set up. When I said that there would be flashing lights and fireworks in this video, many in the audience probably got excited. So when I didn't deliver on that, they probably felt betrayed. Stop betraying your audience. Either stop putting post-credit scenes on films or actually follow through with what you put in them.